Good morning. This is Rev Pam Geagan from the Center for Spiritual Living, Pleasant Valley in Camarillo, California, welcoming you to our Healing Our Mother meditation. And so as we begin this morning, we're doing right for the rest of this week, which is today and tomorrow. And the next week is meditation based on the Pulitzer Prize winning novel by Richard Powers, The Overstory. And the Overstory is literally about how he does this in novel form using biology about our connection to all of life. In this web of life, how we're all connected. And he uses it through characters in a book who come from diverse places, diverse backgrounds, from criminals to scientists, to heroes, to anti-heroes, to all of these things that meet together at the end for the common cause. And it's the common cause is the understory of the care and feeding of the web of life that we're all connected to, using trees as that symbol. And so one of the story's characters is a boy named Adam, and it begins when he's talking and when he's 5 years old, and he paints a picture for his mother who hugs him. And then as Adam wiggles out of his hug, his mother makes a comment to guests in the room that he is a little socially backward, a little socially anxiety-ridden. And so as the story continues from Adam's point of view, Adam, and his father and his 3 siblings begin to pick out a tree for their new unborn sibling coming into the planet. And each of the others already has a tree to call their own. And their father decides on a black walnut tree for the baby coming in. And then the narration jumps to when Adam is growing and he's 9 years old, and he begins to hold an election among their siblings to see whose tree is the best. And the runoff is between Adam's maple and Emmett's ironwood, which Emmett ends up winning. And then as the story progresses, you see how those trees connect and connect around the planet. So my question for you today is, how do you see your oneness, your connection in this planet? Do you realize, are you aware of how absolutely powerful you are? How there is that power for good in the universe, and you can let it use you and you use it. Is a two-way street on this. And so as you are open and willing to see in this spiritual oneness, you're an absolutely unique and significant part of it. You're a unique fingerprint of it all. Then you begin to see how we're all connected, and whatever we do to one is what we do to all. So again, I say, wake up, realize that those awake don't think about, they are more into their beingness, not their manipulation of what should or should not be done. And just by their vibrational presence, they awaken the intentions about the world and everything that needs to be shared in it, and are attracted to the right and perfect people, like in the Overstory novel. And I suggest you buy it. It's really quite a wonderful book. So it is about how the planet is being destroyed, and it's not being destroyed by those awakened to the truth of who we are. We've awakened to the love in our hearts for all of life. And if we're here to save the planet, we need to save ourselves, make sure we're healthy and we're wise and loving and secure in who we are in this journey that is just such a nanosecond of time. The soul's discovery of itself, to know thyself and to awaken to the love and wisdom and and call the passion of the heart. So let us now just connect right now as we continue this story on on tomorrow's meditation at all. And as we continue and weave in all of the stories together, which ours, of course, is essential and very much part of. So it's taken us thousands of years to point the need to live harmoniously in this oneness on our Mother Earth, on this beautiful planet. So now let's just take a moment right here and right now. We're going to relax in. We're going to start from the crown this time, feeling that energetic presence of the growth, the importance, the love, the joy, the beingness of who we are in and through and as we open the crown chakra, go into that third eye and all of the dimensions, all of the connections. We are open and receptive as we relax in to have reveal to us that which needs to be revealed in this healing process. And feel that energy just coming down, relaxing the head, relaxing the third eye, the brows, the intuitive chakra. So we have the crown chakra open, the third eye chakra open. I always equate the third eye to the soft spot in the baby. It's right there. And it is what we are connected with when we come into the heaven world. We are connected and know everything. And then as we come into our human experience, in this creation of who we are in this moment, in this third dimensional world, to discover who we are through mind, body, spirit, and soul, and connected to this concrete world for our lessons, that my understanding is if you are here and you're incarnated here, you are so lucky to be here. For there are just miles and miles and miles and miles and miles of angels, the souls wanting to come in so that they too can feel the love, because that's why we're here, to just rediscover the wisdom and love in the heart, so that we can advance onward, upward, in and through all of life in new and different and magnetic ways, attracting to us all of the good on this planet just by our beingness, just by our beingness. So in that third eye, just open and receptive to the intuitive information coming in during this. And then that energy goes down and relaxes the jaw, opens the chakras, opening the throat chakra, the beautiful blue throat chakra, going down the arms, the neck, the back, vertebrae by vertebrae, relaxing the arms, feeling though the magnetic current flowing through the body as it relaxes also in that dichotomy. Alive and yet totally empty, totally relaxed. Going down the shoulders, upper arms, elbows, lower arms, wrists, out the fingertips. And now these are your energy wands, as I say. If there's any area in the body as we go through it, just place those energy wands on that area and send healing vibration from the heaven world all the way down to the middle earth through your body, grounding it, pulling from the highest and high and then grounding in the deepest of deep in this third dimensional body. Then that energy comes right back, wraps around the chest, opening our beautiful heart chakra, the green, beautiful heart chakra. I always see the lotus, and you can see a deity there, or an angel there. Even someone alive on this planet sending you a message. It could be Krishna, Buddha, Mohammed, Baha'u'llah, whoever it is, Ramakrishna. It is there waiting for you to open up to it always, in that heart space. Heart and mind working together, knowing that the heart has as many, if not more, brain cells than the brain does. connected, listening to one another, connected like the roots of a tree that go around a planet, grounding us and yet reaching for the heaven world above us. And so the heart, the beautiful green heart chakra, emerald green opening, going down, wrapping around the back, vertebrae by vertebrae, relaxing in, coming and wrapping around and opening the solar plexus, the beautiful yellow chakra beneath the heart. Relaxing the solar plexus, where we hold a lot of emotional energy, and then going down, 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 to above the belly button, but then go below the belly button into the beautiful, and before the root chakra, the beautiful orange chakra, the colors, the warmth, the energy, opening up. And then wrapping around, wrapping around, wrapping around to the root chakra, the beautiful red ruby root chakra between the thighs, and wrapping around to the sit bones and the hips and the thighs. Relaxing in the thighs, the knees, the calves, the ankles, the feet. And going down, 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 down. The feet all the way. Feel that energy, the light, connecting to that middle earth that is grounding us. You can tie that wonderful light onto a tree root right here and right now, for we are rooted in the divine love, divine spirit, and sprouting forth in this dimension, the third dimension, and all of the dimensions behind, all the dimensions beyond, the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, and way beyond, all at the same time, and bringing it down into practical wisdom. So now breathing in all that energy all the way from the root into who we are, with a God is on the in-breath, I am on the out-breath. And God is on the in-breath, silently. And God is synonymous with love, so it's actually love is, I am silently. And one more silently. And now, feeling fully relaxed, fully supported, feeling heavy, very, very heavy, wherever you are, if it's a chair, it's a bed, just relaxing in, just relaxing, relaxing in. Just ask your own self, in the quiet, make even a demand upon the universe, reveal to me that which needs to be revealed of what I personally in my life can do to raise the vibration of this planet, and recognize, awaken to how whatever I do also awakens all on the planet. How can I raise my vibration? Change maybe one nanosecond of things that I do, one tiny, tiny turn tab, as I say, that changes the direction of the whole aircraft of who I am, and lifts the planet in new and wonderful ways. So just go into the silence right here and right now for a few moments. Just breathing and feeling the heaviness of who you are. just be empty. And know that our oneness comes many times in a spontaneous moment where the love and the light of the Divine Mother fills us and we drop to our knees in joyous surrender and wake to the possibility of shifting the consciousness of the possibility of revealing the health of self and the health of the world. Today, in moments of gratitude, asking continuing revelation of the peace and oneness in the self. Look and be aware that as you find that piece of peace in yourself, you will find that peace and peace in the world. And things will spontaneously reveal themselves, almost like an animated cartoon, with roots you see coming from you, grounding you, and reaching out to all. And our children will get that benefit. Everyone in our circle will receive that benefit. And then our new ones coming in, our beloved new children coming in, as we create that fertile ground for roots to continue to grow, the roots of peace and joy, and taking care of our mother, the children coming in will benefit from those roots, from that soil that is already being cultivated in and through and as us, and the peace of beingness and the care and nurturing of all life will continue to be the change manifested on this planet, as with clarity you become the difference and the change you wish to see in the world. One of the things I do is I'm lucky to live by the beach. So when I go to the beach, I take a sack and I pick up trash on the beach, especially plastic. And now I'm wearing gloves because I'm picking up cigarette butts, and I don't even understand how people can smoke on the beach. But anyway, but I don't want to touch anything during COVID either. But I've worked around that too. so that I can throw it out in proper containers. It's a small thing, but it makes me feel more empowered that as I do these things, I'm not lecturing, I'm not changing the world by force. I'm allowing by God as me, love as me, to return the planet back into its own perfect pattern. For I am, inch by inch, lighting the truth of the way that changes the world. And I am one of over the 8 billion people on this planet that can do small things that make big changes in our consciousness and our collective consciousness on this planet. So today, write down any revelations you did have. See what you can and cannot do with those revelations. And I'll continue our overview of the overstory tomorrow about healing our mother. Namaste. Have a blessed day. I love each and every one of you. Mwah. Love is. I'll see you on the flip side. And don't forget to watch our wonderful Lisa Coffee tonight on our Center for Spiritual Living Pleasant Valley Facebook Live. Blessed be.